In this video, you will learn how to find rare categories in your categorical data. If the rate of occurrence of a category is less, we consider it as a rare event, and it is very difficult to predict rare event because they are in very small numbers. Let's import pandas as PD. Import pandas as PD. Import numpy as NP. I'm going to import a dataset and save in a variable df. I'll make one variable df, and then I will call this method pd.read underscore csv. Inside this I will pass my csv file name flights.csv. Let us execute our code. Let us look at the data frame using the method head df.head. This gives us the top 5 rows of a data frame, and here you can see that we have columns such as year, month, day, departure time, departure delay, arrival time, arrival delay, career, tail number, flight origin, and so on. These are the variables from this flights dataset, and now we are going to explore this dataset and we will see how we can find the rare categories. And looking at this data frame, we can see that we have a combination of the continuous variable as well as the categorical variables. Now we are going to identify the categorical variables and make a separate data frame so we can apply the operation and we can find the categories and the rare categories. And to do that, first we will check the data types, and to check the data types we will use the method dtypes. I will write df.dtypes. Here in the output you can see we got the data types here. We have such as integer 64, float 64, and object. All the variables having the data type objects are categorical or character. Now we are going to separate all these variables, that is object variable. We have career, tail number, origin, destination. These are the 4 variables, and to separate it I'll make one new variable df underscore object. Then I will call our data frame df. From this I will call the method select underscore dtypes. We want to get all the object data types, so I will pass one parameter here, include, and then what kind of data types we want to include. We just want to get the object, so I'll copy this object from here, and in single quotes or double quotes I will paste it, and then I will run this. Now if I call this df underscore object dot head, you can see that we have only few variables here, and all these are categorical variables. We have career, tail number, origin, and destination, and in all these variables we have different categories. Now we are going to check the proportion and we will identify which categories are rare. For example, we can do this df dot df underscore object. We want to apply it on this object here, df underscore object dot n unique, and let me execute our code. And here in this output you can see that we are getting the unique categories for each variable. So it says that for the variable career there are total 11 unique categories. For this variable tail number there are total 3022 unique categories. For this variable origin to destination 71, and we can see here that in this variable tail number there are total 3022 unique categories. And if you are building a machine learning model and you are using such kind of variable where your categories are very high in number, it is very difficult for your model to learn the pattern and make good predictions. In such case we need to find what are the rare categories, and then we can club those categories into a new category and we can call it as others, or depending on your problem statement we can categorize into a different field. Now let's get the percentage of each category and plot it, so you will better understand the difference between rare categories and the other categories. And for that, let us get the percentage of all these each categories. and I'll make one new variable, label underscore frequency. Then I will call our variable df underscore object, and for example we want to get the count of this, let's say destination. We will apply this on this destination variable only. There are so many variables, but we will check for the destination. Then you can do the same process and apply it on the other variable, that is tail number. While career and this origin, they are good, they have very less categories, so there's no problem, but we need to check the destination and tail number. I'll apply this on a destination and you can apply on this tail number. I'll write df under of object destination, that is a variable name, dot value counts. I want to get the count of each category, and then I will divide it by the total of these total samples, that is the length of df underscore object. So here what I am doing here, I am getting each category and then dividing each category by the total number of samples. So let me show you, df dot shape, and we have this number of samples, we have this 1.62, so we are dividing it by this 1.62 and saving this result in this label underscore frequency. Let us execute our code and let me print this label frequency. So we are getting the frequency of each categories, how what is the percentage of each, what is the percentage for this each category they are appearing in this variable destination. Now we are going to plot it and then you will understand, because we will get a clear picture from our chart. And for that, first I will import the library matplotlib. I will write import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. Now I am going to define our chart. First I will write figure, this is a variable, and in this I will get all this percentage here, and then I will sort it, dot sort underscore values. I'm going to sort all these values in the ascending order, so I will pass one parameter, ascending is equal to, I'll sort it into descending order, so by default it sorts by ascending order, so we are making it false because we want to sort it by descending order, not the ascending order. Dot plot dot bar. Now we will define the axis, figure dot x h line, that is the horizontal line. So this horizontal line, this is the threshold below which we are say that all the categories are rare categories, and we can change the threshold value. For example, here I am saying that y is equal to 0.005. I am saying that any value below this 0.05%, 0.005% will be treated as rare categories, and I want to highlight it by this color red. Once you get the plot, once you see the plot, you will get the idea what I'm doing here. Just wait for one more minute. Then the next is figure dot set underscore y label. So on our y axis we want to, let's say we want to label it at percentage of destination category, and then figure dot set underscore x label. In x label I will just write destination, then we will write the title, figure dot set underscore title, and title will be, let's say, rare categories, and then we will plot it, plt dot show. And now let us execute our code. This I have to remove t from here. Now here you can see we got a nice plot here, and we have this red line here, and this red line is coming from this line of code, this 2 number. So here what I am doing here, I am defining this y is this line here, y is nothing but this line, and this line is at this level 0.005%, and we have highlighted this by this red color. We can put any other color as well, let's say blue, so it will become blue now. So you can see it has become blue. Now we are saying that any category which is below this percentage 0.05 will be treated as rare categories. And why? Because you can see that the categories, we are not able to see all the categories here because there are so many categories and it is not printing very nicely here. And you can see these categories are very low in proportion. They are very low because our proportion is starting from 0.00 up to 0.08, and all these categories are having this proportion. They are very low. We can actually change this and we can say, let's say instead of 0.05 we can say 0.01, and then you will see this line will come up. Now let us execute our code. Now you can see this line is coming up, and now it says that all the categories below this 0.01% will be treated as rare categories. And then you can do do the imputation, or you can club all these categories into one categories, or do other kind of feature engineering on this target variable. But the goal here is to identify how many rare categories are in your variable so that you can handle them. And when you apply or when you use this variable in your machine learning model, you should get a better result. And you will get better result only if you treat these rare categories, because these rare categories will not help your model to make prediction. And that is why we always try to check first what are the rare categories, and then we club it into different categories. This video was about how you can find rare categories in your categorical variable. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like my video, you can subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.